Three, two, one. Welcome to Our Gen Podcast. I'm Luna,
It's your boy Chooch.
and it's the first episode, pilot.
The pilot episode. Now we went to Twitter and we asked what we wanted the people to talk about.
What? Because we wanted to kind of just talk like a conversation,
Yeah.
but it'd be a little messy if we kind of just had a conversation. If there'd be a lot of dead spots.
A lot of all over the place too, just kind of,
And then if we wanted to bring up a topic, you kind of be like, boom, now let's talk about this, and that was kind of like stop and go, basically. So we took to Twitter, and we pretty much got like 2 comments, but hey, it's okay.
200 comments.
200 comments, 2 million comments. To talk about the rap game.
And since it is the Our Gen podcast,
Our generation.
and the rap game is such a
Yeah,
vast
you can take it back to whatever the fuck it was, whenever like Rocky pretty much invented that whole sound, the whole
like
hip
the
hop,
dance,
the
hip-hop
dancing,
stuff, yeah.
the hip hop, the rapping, and even the Rocky, even like the Beastie Boys, fucking people like that.
Yeah, all that.
So that's for a whole other episode, I think. That's
Yeah, well, we can compare old school versus new school, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, that era.
2010s. Yeah.
But we're going to talk about the best in our current generation.
Right, but once again, I think because our generation it can be Lil Wayne, but then again, he was popping. I was 6 years old, 7 years old, and I already knew who Lil Wayne is. And I feel like, but is this what considered our generation? Even though I was that little, I guess so. Because generations is from when you're born to when you die, isn't it?
Let's see. I was born in '96,
I'd rather not say. I was born in 2000.
so we're obviously a little younger. But yeah, why don't we just start with probably around Kanye, early Kanye.
Okay, so early Kanye, like late registration, or
I would say late registration dropped when I was in like 3rd grade.
third grade. That's matter.
So
I
that's
wasn't even in
probably
school yet.
That's probably where we should start at, around that time. I mean, you could say 50, but
What was your?
I was in kindergarten.
Was Kanye your first CD? Like you ever got your first CD?
Yeah, my first CD ever was Kanye Late Registration. I went to Barnes and Noble, and obviously Gold Digger was on the radio. I'm like, yo, I don't know what this shit is, but got a cop. So I think I got a clean version.
My first CD was what's his name? Jibs. Do you chain hang low? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That was my very first CD. I remember because I heard the song "Do Your Chain Hang Low." I was like, hell yeah, that's fresh. Got that. That was my very first CD. But going back to
The topic, best of our generation.
best of our generation, I did 2 headliners.
Obviously,
I honestly do not think Kanye is considered one of the goats of our generation. He's. I'm not taking anything from him. I just don't think. Honestly, do not think he's up there with K. Dot or Cole. I honestly don't think he becomes close.
Well, why don't we start with M's got to be in there. He started
But
early, but
And the Martin Luther King was what, 99?
he's been consistent, something like
99,
that.
so 20 years
Yeah, but he's dropped within our
window.
and he obviously had some pretty.
Alright, so honestly, I think Eminem. I think the reason why Kanye's career is glorified is because of the whole he came from nothing. He was just a producer at first, this and that. He produced all his own crap and the whole he kind of just came from.
But he also changed the way that rappers look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the whole the flannels and the backpacks and the cool glasses.
Yeah, he changed that whole it wasn't like a street type of thing.
Yeah, no, it was a different sound. The beats were different. What he was rapping about was different.
And he's done that consistently throughout his career, where it's from when he came in, changed to, let's say, even if you listen to College Dropout, Late Registration, that doesn't sound anything like 808s and Graduation, which don't sound like. I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is his best album, but they don't really sound like that. And then that doesn't sound like Yeezus, and
I don't like Yeezus.
they all,
Even when The Life of Pablo came out, that was really overhyped.
Yeah, very overhyped.
Yo, if you really think about it though, Travis's Astro World almost kind of sounds, because The Life of Pablo, the first half of the song, the intro, you're like, oh, it's about to, and the beat would drop into something totally different. Like Father Stretch My Hands, was it part 1 or part 2, whatever the fuck? and like the first half of the song is like it sounds like Future's like chanting some shit or something like that, and it just switches to something else and it's like Kanye kind of like.
I just think I don't know what's wrong with him. It's the same thing with Kids See Ghosts or the one good song with Pusha T. The one good song that I thought was good with Pusha T and Cudi and Kanye just like
Yeah.
it's like come on man.
He sounds like Nicki Minaj,
He really he sounded like he was being possessed.
I don't know.
Honestly.
I personally don't think Kanye. I'm not saying he's up there. I think all time he's up there too. But as far I don't think he comes. When it comes to somebody making a masterpiece of an album, I'm taking Core K-Dot. A masterpiece.
I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
No, I'm talking about like right now.
Yeah, but we're talking our generation.
So you take My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy over 2014 Forest Hill Drives?
I think I like 2014 Forest Hill Drive better.
Then
Yeah, I like it better, but what's a better sounding album, like sounding, I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy sounds better. If I'm being completely
I
honest.
feel like it does sound kind of dated though. Like, I guess that's something you can't really help at the same time as an artist because you're kind of like.
I think it sounds great. I still think it sounds like amazing. I think that's like almost a perfect album.
I like 2014 better.
No, I listened to 2014 a lot more, and obviously J. Cole's my favorite rapper, but My Beautiful Dark Twisted
No,
Fantasy.
it has some heat on there like Devil in a New Dress with Ricky. That's a hard song.
Yeah, that song. I liked So Appalled with all those people on it too.
That got a lot of radio play too. There's a couple commercial records on there. Like
They got all of the lights was.
I remember being a kid with my mom or even my dad in the vehicle, and Kanye would come on like on a regular like a regular white person's
Like a pop station.
a regular pop station. Like all the lights would come on. The same way almost like Sycamore comes on the radio now or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that.
He's been like that since I can remember. Gold Digger was on the radio.
Gold Digger.
Good Life. He had a couple from.
And
Graduation on the radio.
I don't mean to sound like a commercial record takes away from.
No, it doesn't.
No, because if anything, it just helps your sales, helps
It helps your sales.
a lot of that. I just do think, me personally, I think music that comes from the heart, the soul, like something that's you just sit down and write and you don't give a fuck if.
It's not following a formula.
Yeah, I think that sounds a lot better most of the time than a commercial record does. For the simple fact that you're just sitting down writing what you want to write, and you don't really give a damn if they fuck with it or not, because at the end of the day, it's what you wanted to release. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but that's also the same thing when we talk about just, for example, like how I was saying that one song from Kids See Ghosts. He like maybe that came from him. Like he just felt necessary to blurt out noises. So
My problem with Kids See Ghosts is, but then again, like even like on YouTube, whenever you watch people, like the Kids See Ghosts, you know, like even on YouTube, who's that white guy? What's his name, Fantano or something?
yeah, Fantano. Oh, he's such a hype beast, bro.
Or like whenever X dropped, not that I'm not really a fan of X.
I'm an X fan.
I don't like the music, but
Just so you know,
whenever he
X
dropped like a 7-song EP or album, whatever you wanted to call it.
The 17 maybe.
No,
17, sure.
No, there was a couple. There was
Revenge.
was 17 7 songs. You don't have to just nod your head.
It wasn't 7. I think it was a little bit more.
Well, look at how much songs is 17. Let's just say it was 7 though.
Jocelyn.
11.
It's 11. There was a couple things like his crew, like there was the members only or whatever.
He has members only, but people don't really talk about that much.
Whenever let's say they drop a short album,
Yeah.
people are like, oh, it's lazy,
17,
it's this,
yeah.
it's that. Kanye and Kid Cudi
It's
come drop
fucking
a
genius,
set.
bro.
It's not too much, not too little. Vic Mensa dropped the 7-song album. What's that shit called? The one with Liquor Locker on it. It's only
that
7
shit's
songs.
fire.
It's 7 songs. What's that shit called?
There's a lot going on.
There's
a lot going on.
There's a lot.
That's a
there's a lot going on.
7-song
It's a good
album. It's a
song.
really good album.
Yeah.
But
Dynasty.
just because it's not Kanye, Pusha T, Kid Cudi humming,
Yeah.
it's not genius.
It's not.
And even I think Kid Cudi's mad overrated.
I think so too.
Mad overrated. People like his shit because marijuana, Pursuit of Happiness, and his humming.
People like.
Like,
They just hold on to the nostalgic feeling of when he came out.
which don't get me wrong, there was a couple songs that come on, you're like, yo.
Think about the 2 albums that dropped before Kids See Ghosts. I can't remember their names, but
That Kanye drop? Or
no,
that
Cudi dropped.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Both of them, you could look those up.
Yeah, I got you.
Both of them I thought were trash. From that's just my opinion. There was one good song on. Tell me the name of the albums.
Okay, you have Speed and Bullet to
Speed and Bullet. There was one good song that I liked. from
Speed
it.
and Bullet to Heaven, and you have Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying.
I didn't like that one. At all. Speed and Bullet to Heaven. I liked one song off of it, and I can't remember which one. And it got old really quickly. But yeah, no, Cudi, you could credit him with what he did to like change the sound and shit like that.
Yeah, because he doesn't rap. It's almost just like a.
And also, what he used to rap.
No, low key, he almost like kind of like what X did, like kind of like a depressing kind of like
Yeah.
like don't kill
similar-
yourself type shit.
Yeah.
Because there are people that will say like, oh, Kid Cudi kept me alive. Kid Cudi kept me alive. X kept me alive. He cured my depression. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Go see a therapist.
For real.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Me personally, I don't think Kid Cudi is
No, I don't put
all
Kid
time.
Cudi on.
Maybe top 40.
Cudi all time. I don't put
Not even top 40.
that. Fuck no. You got Fab. I think.
Nah, Fab is hard.
Fab
Oh,
is
he's-
better than Cudi.
Immortal Technique is better than Cudi, and nobody knows what Immortal Technique is.
And if they do know, they just know Dance with the
That's
Devil.
the devil.
That's all they know from Immortal Technique. I used to listen to a lot of him.
Denzel Curry is better than Kid Cudi. I like Denzel
I like
Curry.
him better, but impact wise, to put him.
Well, then again, Curry's career is how many albums does he have? 4 or 3?
No, he had Nostalgic. Then he
64.
had 32 Zell / Planet
Then
Shrooms.
that's 2. Then after that was Imperial,
Then it was Imperial. Then Taboo.
and then
Then Zoo.
so that's 5. Is Nostalgic Before considered a studio album or is that a mixtape?
That's a studio.
So he has 5 studio albums. The first 2, man, Planet Shrooms is okay. I guess Ultimate.
I like the Ultimate's on 32 Zell because it was a
Planet
2-part
Shrooms.
album. Planet Shrooms had I like Captain C Funk and Smoke 2040 something.
2047 doing that.
2049, some shit like that. Ready to get that smoke. Ready to
Yeah.
get that smoke. Smoke in my lungs. That was a good smoking song.
Yeah, younger Denzel. It's like Zone 3.
Bitch, I'm from that song.
Yeah, that's a hard song.
That was good too.
I don't like Taboo at all.
I like Taboo a lot.
Taboo?
Yeah. When I first listened to it, I was like, damn, this isn't what I want Denzel for because I wanted Imperial. But I go back and listen to it again. I can listen to that album almost straight.
Pull up Imperial and go on. There's a song where he talks about like it's like the exact bar or something like about the day it snows in hell. What did he say? The day it snows in hell.
The Day the Sun Dawns, the
That's
I'll be
from-
happy.
that's from
Me Now.
That's
Yeah.
Me
Yeah,
Now.
that's a good song. Yeah, but it's like sit down and listen to what he's saying. Like it's like some like.
It's a very depressing song.
But it's at the same time, it's not depressing like Kid Cudi. It's not depressing like X. It's depressing like this nigga's like regretting what he did. Like like the whole like double shit. The whole like
It's kind of weird, yeah. It's a good song. Yeah, it's a really good song. But I don't even think he's in the discussion when it comes to best in our generation. I do think though, everybody thinks Kodak is the best Florida rapper. I think it's Denzel.
I think when it comes to rapping, Denzel out raps Kodak. But I think a lot of people are stuck in the mindset of only real street people, real people that have felt heartbreak in the street, real people that have to hustle. Or those only people that understand Kodak's music.
Look at the people who listen to Kodak.
That's the sorriest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Look at 95% of people who
They're
listen
white
to
kids from
Kodak.
PSL.
Well, for you, it's just
They're fucking like.
yeah, that's not. You know, if you want to talk like street people from let's go back to his XXL freshman year, right? Street people, we could say
21.
21.
G Herbo,
Herbo, Dave East. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
about it.
think about it. Think about their demographic fan base versus Kodak Black's fan base.
No, there's a
And
couple tracks.
even 21, his fan base is pretty
But his music has changed mad. Like that shit's changed
That's
a
a
lot.
lot different.
Like even I think It's That album was kind of when he took that turn towards not so commercial, but a little bit towards not just straight
Not straight
like Savage
street.
Mode. That people don't like that 21. I don't think.
I love that.
That's what I
song.
like. I like Savage Mode, X, Red Ops. Red Ops is hard.
Ops was good. I liked the one. The one I really liked from Savage Mode was Pull the Tracklist.
Yeah, I think that 21 is better than like don't get me wrong. I Am Greater Than I Was. That's a nice album.
I don't like it because I don't. Yeah, he's improved lyrically and his content shit like that, but I don't go to not Kodak. I don't go to 21 to
For
listen.
lyrical.
I go
The
to
same
21 for some like street shit to make me feel like, you know what I mean, like give me that vibe or some very leaned out type of rap.
The same reason like you're not gonna go to fucking like Core and try to like turn up at the fucking club. Like you're not. You know.
For real, it's like it's the same.
Everybody
thing
has
as-
their own lane.
Exactly, it's the same thing as people who listen to. I like Smoke Perp. I don't go to Smoke Perp to get lyrical value and really listen to what he says.
That's like going to Pump to try to get anything you get from K-Dot.
Exactly, like it's not gonna. You gotta know there's a lane for everything in hip hop, really. But
There's No Advance, No Heart, X,
No
featuring
Heart.
Future. No. Okay.
No Heart was good. That's probably the best one. No Advance was good too.
Feel It was good for me too for a little bit. It got repetitive after.
Yeah, I like Feel It. I like the verses. I like the verses. I like.
Yeah,
the-
I like I'm a fucker with no condom. I'm a
I like when he's like, something about she want me to quit that league.
I can't quit that fucking lead.
Put her in rock codeine.
Yeah, that's funny. I like that.
I like that. Yeah, but back to like the greatest of our generation. So M's got to be up there for sure.
I think M. Honestly, for me, my personal list, it's M, Cole, and K-Dot top 3.
Dude, it's hard not to put Drake
Drake?
in there, bro. And everybody's gonna be like, oh, Drake,
The ghostwriting.
the ghostwriter now, or oh, he doesn't
Cardi
really
B's the
rap.
goat.
People are like, he doesn't really rap. Bro, like if you don't think Drake raps, and I've said it and I put it on Twitter, you haven't listened to enough of his music to have an opinion on it. You really haven't listened to enough of his music because he spits.
I think people get stuck in the mindset that rapping is going bar for bar, almost a bit of a faster pace. When if you listen, like for an example, fucking if you want to really get like
Technical.
like what is it on if we listen to a 6 Cam in New York or whatever,
Yeah.
he's rapping. Just because he's not spinning doesn't mean he's not spinning and rapping are two different things. Eminem is a spitter and he's a rapper. Now you can be, for example, Gunna raps just because he sounds a little bit more lean down. It's like that's rapping. That's not spinning, but that's rapping.
Well, it's just the type of flow that people expect to.
Like Drake can rap.
Drake.
Honestly, I think Drake and Mac Miller are kind of like in the same. I'm gonna put them in the same level, but like whenever if they want to make some sad, depressing shit,
They both can.
that they can make really, really good like heartbreaking or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
And if you want to listen to something that's like he's fucking killing it, Lucky Ass Bitch with Mac Miller and Juicy J.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's like he's
But-
rapping.
But the thing about, if you want to compare those two, Drake has a lot slicker lines than Mac Miller
Punchlines.
does. His punchlines, he has some slick lines. Like he says some clever shit. He throws double entendres in there. But again, a lot of people don't give him his credit because it's easy to hate him, or they just don't really give him
The same-
a chance.
The same people that hate on Drake because they're ghostwriting, Kanye doesn't write his shit.
And they love
And
him.
Kanye is glorified, and Kanye doesn't write his own shit. Travis doesn't write his own shit.
And even if he did, like, what does Travis talk about in his music? I was talking
That he's the highest in the room.
with Janzi. I was talking about this. He had mentioned it. He was like, what does Travis Scott even talk about?
That he's the highest in the room.
It's drugs,
He's from Texas.
bitches, like getting head on a plane.
Yeah, I think I like Houston Fornication off of Astro because I like that lane.
No, I'm not saying I don't like Travis Scott.
No,
I
but
like-
yeah,
I like
yeah,
his-
but going back to what you said, like, what does he talk about? He doesn't talk about anything that's necessarily like he doesn't have
most 90% of his music, it's flow, and
and features.
he's rhyming stuff. He's just rhyming and he's flowing.
I think if they were to switch the beat on like whenever Drake's like sun is down, freezing cold, like that kind of like little vibe that had in the intro of that song. If they would have kept that throughout, that would have been a song. Like for me, like I hate Sicko Mode. Even when the day it came out, I was like, this is like.
Can you pull up lyrics for Biebs in the Trap?
Yeah.
And then can you just read the Travis Scott lyrics?
What's your favorite Travis Scott ever? I mean, favorite Travis song ever?
Favorite Travis song ever?
Mine is 90210.
I like the second half of it.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna get the green.
But sometimes the first half is a drag. It's the same thing with Antidote.
I
Antidote.
don't like Antidote.
I like when he's rapping in Antidote, but I can't. It's hard for me to get all the way through it every single time.
I like 90210 way better.
All right.
I think I like through the late night.
We could do Travis's first verse.
No.
Night. Which one then?
How many verses does he have? Because
Whoa.
it goes Nav has the first verse.
Yeah. Now Travis only gets one verse.
Yeah, so go to his verse.
All right. Yeah, that's what I got. All right. Nightmare, high life, sleepy, night night, yeah. Flashes, spotlight, pull up, nice guy, yeah, yeah. Help it, peace, peace, peace too, yeah. Bite it, ride me, yeah. Strike me, indict me, yeah, yeah. Snipe it, swipe it, rapper, trapper, ooh, yeah. I'm lit, lightning, yeah, bitch, yeah. White bitch, she thick, bitch.
I know a lot of guys that get turned like I'm saying he's joking. Like Travis Scott gets their dick hot. They love Travis Scott. Like Travis Scott is the man. It's like
like who? What I've said before is like who can get away with that?
But then again, what we just said earlier, you don't go to Travis for real rap.
Travis has.
It's a vibe.
It's the whole psychedelic.
Made in Tokyo. You don't go to Made in Tokyo.
Yeah, Made in Tokyo is another one where it's just like.
He kind of talking about stupid shit when he's wearing.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh, you so like you have a Gucci belt, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Bling blah.
Even ASAP Rocky, he fell out hard.
Yeah, only his very core fans
Still
really
fucked with
Testing.
Changes was the best song off Testing, and even then I didn't save it.
Testing, I like ASAP Forever probably.
I think though that what's the guy that was in the picture with him, Skepta, with
Praise the Lord.
that song. I
I like the beat of it.
I think Ferg is better than Rocky is.
Yeah, you know who's? Oh, I don't know about that.
I do. I think Ferg is.
I like Ferg's last album better than Rocky's last album, but Rocky, I like Rocky better. Oh,
Now, you like now Rocky better than Ferg. Now.
I mean, if we're gonna compare the last two albums, then I'm gonna choose Ferg. But rapping, I like Rocky better.
Terminator with him and Boat. You never heard that song before? I put it up that one time we were at
I don't remember.
Terminator with him and Boat, like he goes hard, like
Ferg?
Ferg goes hard. It's like I don't think it's like actually on streaming. It's like a SoundCloud shit. Like Ferg goes hard.
Well, Ferg, and I'm not saying Ferg doesn't go hard. He has a lot of songs that are like, oh shit, like the one on his last album with Playboy Cardi.
Mm-hmm.
And Cardi goes in on that too. And Cardi's another one of those dudes who he just says words.
No, but then again, I think that whole Cardi thing is a joke. I don't think that like.
Fuck with Cardi.
No. I'm not saying people don't. I'm saying like the whole like like the jokes like what is it
Playboy Cardi invented hip hop.
Yeah, he invented hip hop. He had bags hurting from carrying the rap game on his back or whatever the fuck.
He's like a meme, but people fuck with him heavy.
I think.
But it's literally just because.
I think Playboy Cardi is getting praised right now, and so is Uzi for the same shit that Young Thug got dragged for on that one song. What is shit called? Lifestyle or something like that. You can't make out nothing out of that.
What the fuck are you saying?
And if you go on like, I personally hated Tyler the Creator shit.
Evil.
That's not.
People hype that shit up.
That shit was ass. Like the first song is like that static sound for like a minute. Like that was like yo like.
I find it to be like hippie type of vibe. Not hippie, but
it's people that want to be like, oh, I listen to alternative.
Kind of like groovy type shit. You know what I mean?
I listen to like alternative rock rap.
Some shit.
Like if you like Igor or whatever the fuck it's called, you probably like Lil Nas X. Like.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the same fan base. I think Lil Nas X is I think he's funny. I think he's a funny dude, but
I follow him on Twitter. He's pretty funny on Twitter.
he's funny. I think the Tyler people are like the creative people, the artsy fartsy people. That's like the Tyler type shit, cause in his features, when he gets featured in songs and he's actually like rapping, but that's the thing too. We're more like hip hop fans. We're not necessarily like.
No. I think me personally, I'm more of a rap fan than a hip hop fan because hip hop is
hip hop is different.
yeah, hip hop is different than rap. There's a lot of people in the rapping right now that are hip hop artists.
Rap is kind of like within hip hop.
Yeah. Growing on, you can get a hip hop beat and rap on it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like rappers, I put it this way, I think hip hop, the beat carries them. Like you listen to a hip hop song, like that beat's hard, and you listen to a rapper that spits or controls the thing, and it's almost like you can throw any instrumental on it and it's gonna sound nice. It's gonna.
Maybe not any, but I see what you're saying.
The beat carries hip hop artists, and rappers carry the beats. Put it that way.
I see what you're saying.
They can kind of.
I can agree. Hip hop is more vibey, kind of.
To go back to the Tyler shit, like that song Earthquake, it's called Earthquake with Playboy Cardi. You mean my this SpongeBob shit, that's what it sounds like. Like that shit's ass. That shit is literally ass. I get how people like it, like oh, but it's like a nice little vibe or whatever. Like
to us, it's not good.
ass though. Like
it's not our cup of tea.
Like that shit's ass, man. I literally couldn't finish that album. That's how bad I thought that album was.
Bro, how does?
And then even then, Khaled's album was trash too.
Khaled's album is better than Tyler's though. Like I could listen.
I don't really think they're both so trash. I will not go back and re-listen to the albums again. I won't.
I've listened to the ones with Baby and Meek. One of them specifically.
I don't like Meek that much.
I thought his last album was pretty good. Trauma is a really fucking good song. Anytime that song.
I feel like he's too rattled. He's like, like
he's like yelling in every song.
He's like 6'9", except maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
Rowdy.
He's another one who's offbeat a lot too.
Him and Herbo.
Him, Herbo, Blueface.
I hate Blueface.
Big Sean's on and off.
I think Blueface is a joke. Like the fact that he's a rapper, like an actual rapper,
He's a joke.
has a deal, made it on the fucking Freshman list. Like that's a joke to me. Like the fact that people like the fact that he even gets views is how can you tolerate somebody who's that offbeat?
I think they just think it's funny.
No, but
Obviously, he's like
I've met people who like Blueface.
Really, I don't
Like what is it, Bleed It? I know somebody who jams the fuck out of that fucking song and knows it word for word and thinks it's hard.
I feel like I know more people like Herbo.
I like Herbo. Herbo's alright.
Herbo
Herbo
got
was
some
nice.
songs. He's got some songs. Yo, Joey Badass though does not get enough credit for our generation.
He's underground. He's not mainstream. He's not commercial.
Bruh,
Even Nick Caution is harder than some of the rappers that are out now. But since they're not commercial, they're not gonna get blown up.
that whole Beast Coast thing, which speaking of their album, that shit was
trash.
It was okay. They just weren't doing what they're best at, which is rapping.
Even Flatbush Zombies is better than them. I like to say better than Migos, but Migos, I like Migos. They're alright.
Yeah, you just gotta know what you're getting. Offset's clearly the best one.
Offset, yeah. If you honestly
Bro,
think
people,
Takeoff,
people dead ass think Takeoff's the
if
best.
you think Takeoff is the best Migo, I really do not know what to tell you. Powers up in the pot, trying to make a bigger nut. Took a make his own stuff, spit him like a pop tart.
Yep.
Like what the
Don't be like,
fuck?
don't be like, oh, but if you really listen to what Takeoff's saying, like his lyrics are the best.
Nah.
Again,
I heard a funnier one that he carried whenever Offset was in jail.
If you think Takeoff has, what does he say? Up at the front and deep. Like,
Now they all said it a lot. Like even Offset said it a lot. I think the perfect example is Kenny Price and Travis Scott on Culture. What is the first
oh, my
Culture One?
two-piece chicken wing.
Without the fries. That's the best you had to say. That's the best. Offset can have the solo albums they had. What was his the Little Rocket one? The Last Rocket, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah,
Last
something like
Rocket?
that.
Casper was pretty good then.
Casper's
I still have
amazing.
Cash on my phone.
Casper's pretty good.
That album was bad. Quavo's album was really fucking bad.
You know, when I told y'all that that shit came on shuffle because I have all my songs
Like at work or
on
something?
shuffle, and what I do is like if something comes on that is bad, I'll delete it, right? Or something that I'm like, I don't like it anymore, some shit like that.
Something you pretty much
A
skip every time it
song,
comes
yeah.
out anyway.
A song from that Takeoff album came out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what was I thinking downloading this bullshit? I look, this is Takeoff on a little fucking rock, and I'm like, why am I not surprised?
Yeah, I think after the
Delete.
solo albums, Quavo's was bad too. Quavo Honcho or whatever the fuck it was.
I like the one with Lil Baby.
My-
Lose It's one of them that I like.
It was it. My favorite
I
one
kinda
was
like
Biggest
Lamb
Alley
Chop. Biggest Alley Oop is okay. I like Lamb Chop.
I like that one.
Lamb Chop.
My favorite by far is Father of Four is way fucking better than both of them. Father of Four was a good album to me. And I think Offset could have a solo career and so could Quavo, but Takeoff could not.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Quavo could, he can kind of spit a little bit, but he can lay a hook down nice. He can lay
Yeah.
a nice hook down.
He's kind of like in that Sway Lee lane. Not as good a singer though.
So
But
these,
he's a good. Bro, I love Sway Lee. You put Sway Lee on a hook, that's probably gonna be a good song. Low key, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think that's a order because if you want to throw Swayze in the conversation with Gil, then Post Malone
Posty.
falls in the same lane. And I think if I'm setting the hook and I want like a nice little vibe cat song, I think I'm putting Post on the hook.
I'll pick Sway Lee over Post. Dead ass.
Crazy.
I like Sway Lee a lot.
Nah, I like Post. I think he's pretty hard. Then again, he doesn't really write his own shit either.
He had one good album. Two.
What was it, Stony or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, Stony.
Yeah, because Beer Bonds, but that was pretty bad. I think I saved Rich and Sad.
Yeah, but I got all that for a while too.
I think I got
Rich and Sad, Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar, but I said when it was a single before the album dropped. What's the one out of Same Bitches with YG and Jeezy?
Yeah.
I say that one. I think that was
Word. But yeah, no, Joey.
Joey badass. He's not my favorite. I don't really. I think I have like 3 songs, if that, saved by him on my phone.
You're tripping.
But I don't.
Now you're bad though.
Yeah, I just.
I feel you. I think he
I used to have a lot more pride to lead them because they got repetitive. I think that's not a problem. But then again, I guess it's a good problem to have. If your storytelling ability is really good and everything like that, and you can really.
He's not really a storyteller though.
No, about something like the way like on what is it 95 to Infinity.
Yeah.
Like that story kind of became sort of repetitive to me. Like for an example, K-Dot's album, Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Since the whole thing is basically a fucking story,
Yeah.
the replay value is almost nothing to me.
Because you heard the
Because I've heard the story before. It's like watching the same movie that's not that funny over and over and over. It's like watching a documentary 10 times. You can't. You're not waiting for that funny ass part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? You're waiting.
One thing that we're gonna have to get into eventually is Kendrick vs. Cole. But we're gonna need
That's a whole
Kendrick.
different
We're gonna
video.
need whole different video, but we're gonna need Kendrick people here.
We got a Kendrick fan sit down.
We need 2, so it's not like
Two
we're
for
tag
six,
teams.
you know.
We need 2 Kendrick fans. But Good Kid, Mad City is a good album.
But I'm saying that's why our replay value goes.
I think
And that's my problem with Joey. I think his replay value is down.
from Good Kid, Mad City, I still listen to Money Trees when it comes on. Like I won't skip Money
That's
Trees.
no J Rock on there.
Yeah,
J Rock goes hard on
yeah,
that.
he does go
J
hard
Rock
on
goes
that.
hard.
I also listen to. I really like swimming pools. I like the subject matter, like the concept of it.
Like the whole alcoholism.
Yeah, that. I like. I like. What don't I skip off of that?
The Art of Pure Pressure is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, but it's a mood. I skip it most of the time. Backseat Freestyle.
You think he's one of the better ones of the generation? K-Rock?
Yeah, easy.
Top 2? Not number 1?
Top 2, no. Top 3.
Who's Drake?
I don't know. I think it's really hard, but it's got to be no particular order. Eminem. Top 5 is gonna be M, Cole, Kendrick, Drake, and Wayne for our generation. Top 5.
Wayne's good. But the same thing like we were talking about last night. I think the only reason the Carter 5 did good is because it was the Carter 5. If you were to release an album with a different title, same track list, it would not have been that good. the Carter 5 sold more than the actual pieces of music
It's the brand.
within it did. Like,
It's the brand.
I just don't
They're
think
still
it
pretty
was.
good album.
I think I say. At first, I say "Don't Cry" with X, and then X's vocals got so annoying to me. I was like, "Fuck me!" Like,
don't cry.
deleted that shit, and then like "Dedicate" at first was pretty good too. Deleted that after a while.
I mean, I'll still listen to Open Letter, obviously.
Yeah, Open Letters. I think that's the
Open
best
Letter's
song.
a great song.
That's the best song on the album for me.
Mona Lisa, I still like Mona Lisa.
I think I don't like Kendrick's. You know how Kendrick has like a million voices supposedly. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's a certain voice that he tries to do in a lot of songs just bothers me. Like this sound. Like I was like, it's not using a high enough quality microphone or something like that.
Maybe.
It's not like on some of Travis's shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like that. Like whenever they say their S's, it sounds mad like in your ear. And I think sometimes like whenever Doc pushes his voice a little too much or whatever, it's like like.
Yeah,
And if you actually
I don't
think
know.
that all of those voices he does are just him just playing with his throat, it's I don't know what to tell you.
Bro. After that top 5, Kanye is definitely top 10 though. You can't not put him in top 10 of our generation. Then we get after those top 6. That's a hard one.
You consider 50 Cent generation?
We talked about this, and you kind of convinced me out of it.
You consider. Fuck, who else is
We said no because his basically his biggest
Basically,
his
his
biggest projects we were way young.
Not even that. I don't think his career was long enough.
Yeah,
What's that smart ass word people saying? Longevity?
longevity.
Like it's, you know what I mean? I don't.